Alright, so let's trade the Betfair pre-race horse markets. I make these videos here to illustrate one key point. If you want to be a successful trader, you have to learn the basics. You have to understand why you're making mistakes. You have to understand why the markets are moving against you. And you have to start with small stakes. Because if you cannot trade profitably with £2 stakes or £10 stakes, you will never be able to trade with £50 stakes or £100 stakes. So if you're a beginner, you have to start small and you have to understand how and why the market moves, all right? So I trade live, so I do hum and haw, and I do miss certain opportunities because trading live and recording and talking to you is difficult, okay? But I do my best to try and illustrate to you why the market moves and how it moves, okay? So we'll jump in now and do some trading. So here we are at Lingfield. So there's no real clear favourite. It's just the first four horses here that are fairly equally priced. You can see that the third favourite here has a larger volume of matched bets than the favourite does, which is interesting. Which doesn't really give you much confidence for the favourite. Let's see. So there's nothing really that screams out to me. However, I would think that this third favourite here might come in a little bit. But right now it's too early to tell, really. I think basically I would say either the second or the third or both will come in. So with that reasoning, I will also assume that the favourite is going to drift. So what I'll do here is I will jump in with a couple of stakes on the lay side of the favourite with that assumption, because the favourite is not taking a lot of money, and based on what I'm seeing here right now, it looks like the third favourite and the second favourite are taking more money than the favourite. So I'm quite happy to do a little bit of scalping here, just to try and offset my green, and then we'll see how this pans out. So I'll pop in a few trades here. And obviously at this point here, I am basically looking at the money. I'm looking at I want money to come in on the backside on the second and the third favourite. And so that's basically what I'm going to keep an eye on. But you can see there's no money in this market right now. Okay, so there's a race being finished off at Huntington. So I'm gonna pause the video here, and I'll come back in a few minutes when things start to happen. So my trade has been matched on the first one on 4.1, and things are starting to move now. So right now there's some money coming in for the favourite, which is not ideal. That's not what I want to see. As you can see there, my second one's been taken, but it got scratched off straight away, which is good, and I'll just do that again. So I want to see money coming in for the second and the third favourite, which at the moment is not happening because this third favourite here is drifting off, and now there's a large momentum here on the favourite, which again is not ideal. But as you can see, that was temporary. It came shooting back up again, so I'm not going to panic just yet. Because there's always a flurry of money that pumps in as soon as the last race is finished. So I'm quite happy to sit there. You can see now there is no money coming in for the second and the third favourite. So it's now going to stabilise a bit here, which is good. So I'll pop in two more trades here, just to keep that scalping momentum going. As I said, right now I'm still looking at some other graphs here on the side. I'm looking for money to come in for the second and third favourite. If I don't see that soon, then I'll probably just exit this position here. Because obviously in the last little bit, well, I suppose I'll wait and see what happens here. These kind of trades are quite frustrating when nothing really happens and you're just sitting in an open position, because the longer this position is open, the more vulnerable I become because things change. So obviously, if I were to enter the market right now, completely fresh, my viewpoint now will be a bit different. So I'm tempted to scratch this off now for a loss, just purely because things have changed now. The reason why I entered the market in the first place is no longer there, and because nothing's happened, I do feel I probably should exit this trade now. You can see now, so yeah, I've reacted a bit too late now on this. It does look like this favour here is going to come in. It took £6,000 there, as you can see on the backside. So I'll give it a little bit longer here and see. Because as I was talking there, I can see there is money coming in for second and third favourites. So I'll just have to keep my cool here and just wait and see what happens. Because you see now this third favourite is coming crashing in. The second favourite is also moving in, which is good. That's exactly what I want. And my scalps are being taken, which is good. And so now I'm in the green, so I need to, you can see both the second and third favourite now are both coming in, which is exactly what I wanted. I need this momentum to keep going. So I'll put my first exit here and the next one up here. So again, I'm looking at the charts, I'm watching the money, I'm watching the live feed, and at the moment it's looking all right. So I will keep I will scalp here, just because right now it doesn't look like the favorite is going to come back over the 4. So I'm quite happy to just scalp out here. If I can keep getting the scalp filled, and that's great. And there's still money coming in for the second and third favorite, which is good. As long as that happens, I'll keep getting my scalping filled here, which is good. Although they are now well on the way with loading, so I will need to exit this reasonably soon, which is unfortunate. I'll just bring this down here, just to basically just to green up my position here now, because the horses are loading and they are coming up to the last few horses. So I'll just leave it there, and I will probably, I'll just take the £1.50. So same as always. Okay, that was only £10 stakes. If I was using £50 stakes, basically it would be a much better profit. Okay, but the point being here is about reading the market. Is about going with experience and your gut, and basically by reading the market, you can almost anticipate things happening. And as long as you keep it cool and you just keep working along in a logical, sensible way, then you can keep reproducing results like this over and over and over again, but with bigger and bigger stakes. Okay, so I'll now move on to the next race.